Let's get grounded here. Come into this space. Settle into this space. Take a big breath in and release it slowly. One more time, another breath in and release it slowly. Be here present now. We are all a unique expression of the divine source, the one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect, and that life is our life now. If you are setting an intention to experience a happier life, better health, more abundant living, you're in the right place. Know that wherever you are on your spiritual path, you are welcome here. Want to welcome everybody here in the room, on Zoom, later on YouTube. We welcome you all, however you would like to join us. Take a moment now for those in the room to put your cell phones on silent, turn them off, airplane mode, whatever, so they do not interrupt our service. Thank you. Before service, there is a 20-minute meditation here on Sunday, starting at 9:30. The location is changed. It is in the prayer room of the Unity building, which is just past the bookstore. They can tell you where it is if you get lost. One of us can lead you over there. I hope that you all have a copy of the bulletin this morning. If you don't, raise your hand and we'll get you one. Please refer to the bulletin or our e-newsletter for any classes, meetings, and events. With regards to that, we will have a workshop coming up. So you can save the date, Sunday, July 19th. It'll be from 12:30 to 2. Will be presented by Sabrina Johnson, a licensed practitioner. It is called Wholeness as Radical Hospitality, Loving All Parts of Ourselves. Suggested love offering of $30 on that. First Sunday of the month, we have our lunch bunch, which meets over at Whole Foods. They have a wonderful buffet there, lots of choices, vegetarian options. It's wonderful to share a little community with everybody. Welcome to those of you who have found us for the first time. We are so happy that you've chosen to be with us today. If you have any questions, you can locate board members, Sharon and myself, or Sharon or Tamara, our practitioners. After service, the practitioners are available for prayer. Feel free to enjoy a few moments of the power of prayer with our amazing practitioners. It's a great gift to give yourself. And with that, I'm turning it back over to Michael. Oh, it's not on the script. Please join us in reading our, what are we calling this? Vision. The Center for Spiritual Living in Tucson is an inclusive, vibrant, spiritual community focusing on personal connection through our beliefs, principles, and practices of the science of mind. And now I will invite you back.
This proud land we grew up strong. We were wanted all along. I was taught to fight, taught to win. I never thought I could fail. No fight left, or so it seems. I am a man whose dreams have always earned. I've changed my face, I've changed my name. No one wants you when you lose. Don't give up, 'cause you still have friends. Don't give up, you're not beaten. Don't give up, I know you can make it good. Though I saw it all around, never thought that I could be affected. Thought that we'd be last to go. It is so strange the way things turn. Drove the night toward my home, the place where I was born, on the lakeside. As daylight broke, I saw the earth, trees had burned down to the ground. Don't give up, you still have us. Don't give up, we don't need much of anything. Don't give up, 'cause somewhere there's a place where we belong. Rest your head, you worry too much. It's gonna be alright. When times get rough, you can fall back on us. Don't give up, please don't give up. Gotta walk out of here, I can't take anymore. Gonna stand on that bridge at my eyes down below. And whatever may come and whatever may go, that river's flow, that river's flow. Moved on to another town, tried hard to settle down. For every job, so many men, no one. Don't give up, 'cause you still have friends. Don't give up, you're not the only one. Don't give up, reason to be ashamed. Don't give up, you still have us. Don't give up now, we're proud of who we are. Don't give up, you know it's never been easy. Don't give up, 'cause I believe that there's a place where we belong. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. Sing it. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. Hey, hey, don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up.
Good morning. Please join us in 3 minutes of silent meditation. Taking another deep centered breath, deeper than the one. Noticing that breath that unites all of us. It is that one breath, that one spirit, that one love, that one God by many names. Life. And this one I know is abundant. It is ease. It is balance as we celebrate this longest day of the year where the sunlight and darkness are in balance. Knowing that everything is always unfolding beautifully and perfectly in spirit, because that is the only thing that is happening. Spirit is expressing itself in infinite ways, infinite forms. And so I know spirit is expressing itself as us, as each of us, as individuals, as we are as an collective. And so as we come together in this love, in this abundance, in this balance, in the joy and peace and beauty that God is, we just celebrate this morning. We celebrate love this month. We celebrate the deepening of our message today. Grateful for Reverend Sue's yes, for coming and sharing her words of wisdom and light with us. Grateful for everyone who says yes to this center, to volunteer to come and explore a deeper meaning and a deeper truth about themselves through our celebrations. And so I'm grateful for this morning. I am grateful for this teaching. I'm grateful for the love that permeates this space. And I release this word into the love and the law, knowing that nothing returns unmanifest. Everything is manifesting right here, right now, and revealing itself in perfect divine timing. And so I let it go. I let it be. And we anchor that by saying, and so it is. Good to see you this morning. All right. So in our bulletin, we have our thought of the day, thoughtfully provided by Tamara this month. And this is coming from the Science of Mind textbook. All is love, and yet all is law. Love rules through law. Love is the divine givingness, and law is the way. Love is spontaneous, while law is impersonal. Life must contain two fundamental characteristics. We shall see that there is an infinite spirit operating through infinite and immutable law. Love points the way, and law makes it possible. Love is a gift we are able to give as well as receive. True love in relationship requires action, which entails work. Love is not just something we feel, but something we do. In our affirmation today, I'll read it once and then we'll say it together. Actually, we'll do it in parts. Love is patient. Love is kind.
Love is patient. Love is kind.
I embrace the spiritual law that requires the work needed to embrace and give love. I embrace the spiritual law that requires the work needed to embrace and give love. Thank you.
This song is by Steve Winwood, or Stevie Winwood, and Shaka Khan. Yeah. The theme of this month is higher, deeper love, right?
Yes.
And I was like, oh, higher love. Great song, right? So we're going to do this one. Think about it. There must be higher love down in the heart, or hidden in the stars above. Without it, life is wasted time. Look inside your heart, I look inside mine. Things look so bad everywhere. In this whole world, what is fair? If we walk blind, will we try to see? Falling behind what could be. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh. Bring me a higher love. Oh. It's that higher love I keep thinking of worlds are turning, and we're just hanging on, facing our fear and standing out there all alone. A yearning, and it's real to me. There must be others who are feeling like me. Things look so bad everywhere in this whole world. What is there? We walk by as we try to see, falling behind what could be. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Oh, it's that higher love I keep thinking of. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Oh, yeah. Bring me a higher love. Oh, it's that higher love I keep thinking of. Sue. Yay!
Hey everyone. I'm gonna raise this just a little bit. I was hoping Morgana would be here because the theme, the talk title today is "What's Love Got to Do with It?" And she wrote a really. How many of you read the newsletter? She wrote a nice response to that. I was going to be, "What's love got to do with it?" And Morgana was going to go, "Everything." Right?
Everything.
Okay, let's do it. What's love got to do with it?
Everything!
With a capital E. Yeah, it's a really fair question. You know, I was thinking about this as I was preparing for this talk, and that's a really great song. And you know, Tina went through a lot in relationships. You know, for those of you who know her story, her journey, and relationships, families, all of that. The world can feel really divided, really complicated. So, kind of beyond all that, the question is, what does love really got to do with it? Especially when it feels like we might have to armor our hearts and protect ourselves. One of my teachers, Pema Chodron, talks about softening the armor of our heart so that we can connect and letting go of the protection, because love is the truth of the heart. Love is the truth. As I look around, looking at the face of God, each one of you that are watching this later, magnificent, infinite, always available, always expressing, even if we don't feel it. Love is right where we're sitting, right where we're standing, here now and always, and in all ways. And it's the divine nature always. I call that the DNA. Divine nature always. That is love. Like that's who we are. We came with it into this lifetime, and it's going to follow us no matter what, wherever we go, whatever plane of existence. And I was thinking about Father's Day. My father's no longer living. He passed away many years ago when I was younger. And that word or that term, Father's Day, can mean different things to different people. For some, it's a joyous time to celebrate. For some, it's a time of grief. For some, it's a nothing burger. Like, I don't even celebrate it. And so we get to be a community that is inclusive for all of that container of love to hold all of humanity in the space. It's also, as we mentioned earlier, the summer solstice. And so we get to illuminate the longest, brightest day of the year. Maybe not quite the hottest, but it definitely is an opportunity for us, pathways into this theme of love for this month. I didn't wear red, but I'm wearing my Roadrunner colors. I was working out 2 days this last week, and there's this Roadrunner. They're just magnificent, aren't they? Kind of ran right in front of the window and looked, and then ran off. And I thought, rather than wear red, I'm going to wear my Roadrunner colors today, because that's just really the energy that I'm feeling. Roadrunners, I guess, symbolize resilience and clarity and focus and speed. So sometimes love comes through the people who showed up beautifully in our lives, whether it be a father, mother, or other figure. Sometimes it comes through people who did the best they could. And sometimes it comes through healing, revealing of truth, maybe a chosen family, an adopted family. But it's all about this presence of love. Mm-hmm. And when I say that love didn't show up imperfect packages, I'm not speaking theoretically. I want to kind of go back to that point in my life in 1993 when I was 32 years of age. Yes, I just turned 65 last month. My father passed away from esophageal cancer, and I went through a horrendous divorce. And I mention that because at that point in my life, and if you think to the points in your lives when you didn't think you could make it through, and maybe you're going through one now, I did not think I was going to make it through that period. I had a new job, a really big job, and I had literally within months having my father pass away and going through an awful divorce. And so at that point, I decided that love had failed me, that there was no such thing as the God that I believed in, a little more traditional kind of Christian view of God. And so I thought, what's going on here? I felt like my heart was broken. In that song, Tina says, who needs love? What's love got to do with it when love means a broken heart? And so something else was happening, though, at that point. And if you look back to those times in your life where you feel like your heart has been broken, and we know that love is much bigger than the physical nature, yes, something else was happening. And I didn't know it at the time. If I knew it at the time, I would have been like, bring it on. But I didn't, And in the middle of that year is when I discovered a New Thought church in, of all places, New Hope, Pennsylvania. And I look back now and go, wow, New Hope. and what I really love about that experience is that I didn't know that community, the teachings that I was learning, the New Thought teachings, would provide a pathway into ministry. Had no idea at all. And I realized that was the beginning. It was an opening. It was a chance for me to take off the armor and remember that not just who I am, who all of you are, who all we are one, but that love was still and is always present in the midst. And I say capital L. Yeah, I was thinking about that. When you go, oh, you're a loser. What if it was like, I'm a lover? Right? Going from a loser to lover. But that's really what I was feeling. And so love was not only in what I lost in the physical form of my father and then the relationship, it was really what was calling me forward. And so it was also in the New Thought teachings and these wonderful Science of Mind teachings that we are here in community learning about. And so my heart only seemed broken. It felt broken. And it's interesting when I feel stressed or when I feel sadness, most of us kind of feel it here, right? In our hearts and in our stomachs. And one thing I've come to remember is that the grief itself that I experienced in that situation felt really real. The experience was of sadness, frustration, anger, fear, not anything near love. But just because I was experiencing those feelings and those situations did not make them real. Right? We are not defined by our experiences. However, in New Thought, we don't deny those experiences. We don't step over them. I didn't do a spiritual bypass. It's like, oh, everything's all good. Yeah. Because it was one of the most difficult, probably the most difficult time of my life. And it wasn't really because love made my life easy or that it was calling me back. Really, that love was calling me back to remember who I really am. And we talk about in CSL, Center for Spiritual Living New Thought teaching about the absolute reality and then the relative. And so in the relative, we can experience all the separation, the conflict, all the stuff that's out there. In the relative world, the physical world, kind of like that meditation that you had. It was like the earthly world. We can experience pain, suffering, sorrow. We can also experience joy and happiness. But the reality of it is the absolute truth with a capital T, the absolute reality with a capital R is that we are in love and form. We are spirit, God, whatever word you choose to for your higher power, that you are that presence expressing every single instant, every single way, even when we forget. And I always say, just like ministers it's pretty funny. All that ministers really do are is that we are willing to bare our souls and show up vulnerably. And I say naked and turning around really slowly, as one of my mentors would say, in front of everybody, to say, here, I'm not any higher, lower, or different. It's just that I'm willing to come forth and say, this is really what my experience was, and it's not the truth of who I am. So the experience that you, I, others might be having might say, love is gone. It's not worth even exploring. Give it up. But truth says love is still here now and always. The earthly experience, the relative truth might say we are separate, especially when you read the news and look at what's happening in the world, can feel very separate, very, I feel those feelings that come up. But the truth says there is one life, one mind, and one presence expressing through all of us, always. Ernest Holmes wrote, if we would look for a God of love, we must look long and deeply into each other. That Karen Drucker song, You Are the Face of God, I love that. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Here now, always. But it doesn't mean that differences or discernment disappear. It doesn't mean that unity is always experienced in the moment. And so our practice is to become more conscious, really conscious. I say, be more awake and aware at the wheel of consciousness. I think about how often I fall asleep, whether it be driving or a situation at work or a situation in my life. Right now, in about we have a gentleman coming to visit me. He will be here in about 3 hours, and he is an ex of mine. I was engaged to him 2 times, okay? And we have not seen each other in 7 years. And we talked on the phone. He was going to be here on Valentine's Day. In fact, I was going to bring him here. And he said, I'm going to come to visit. And I'm telling you, I'm experiencing the nervousness of like, what do I say to this individual? And the feeling of attachment. I want it to be back the way it was. And can we get back together? And really, ultimately, what I really called to be is fully present for this individual as the face of God without attachment and wanting it to be a certain way, without clinging or pushing it away, right? To be fully present for this individual. Love does not mean that we all agree. So he's very, very traditional Christian fundamental, right? And so we don't always agree when we're talking about our experience of God and how that is. That's okay. Love does not mean we have the same politics. That can be a tough one when we're looking out in the world and what's happening. Love does not mean that we have the same theology, life experiences, priorities, or way of seeing the world. And it does not mean that we avoid the hard truths. And the love does not mean that we are allowed to dehumanize others. And I put sentient beings in there. It's not just dehumanize others. It's basically we're called to express and experience love for all beings, a world that works for all. We talk about that. Centers for Spiritual Living. Talk a world that works for all beings. So love means I can disagree without denying your humanity. Imagine that. You think about it's like, love means I can hold a boundary without closing, armoring my heart. And I don't know about you, for me, that can be very difficult at times when I'm talking to somebody and they have many of them have very different views than I do. I notice myself getting righteous a little bit like, my way or the highway. So noticing that in me, because what is true is that I get to be the light, I get to be the love, I get to be the joy wherever I go, whatever situation as I choose. I don't have to go out and try to change the whole world. What if I just simply show up in my life, in my world, as a kinder, more compassionate, caring individual? The CSL theme for this week says, love is our shared humanity, our collective traumas, our past missteps, and our way forward. So if you're the face of God, because there's one life expressing in, through, and as each one of us, it doesn't mean that every behavior is acceptable, but it does mean that I refuse to reduce you to a label. And human nature is we want to put people in boxes and categories. And then what happens when you put people in a box or category, we're separated. We experience separation. We're never really separate, but we experience that separation and we close down in our hearts. And if you think about the times in your life when you feel like your heart is soft and open and vulnerable, for me, it's when I'm outside in nature, when I'm with my new dog, my rescue dog, who I rescued and adopted on Valentine's Day, who's doing really well. I love that, the dachshund being the longest dachshund. Happy Dachshund Day! Right? Just noticing how, where it is that the flow is, where it is that we feel softer, gentler, more kind and compassionate with ourselves and with others. And that to me is love in action. Martin Luther King said, only through the bringing together of the head and the heart, intelligence and goodness, shall humans rise for a fulfillment of their true nature. That is higher, deeper love. Head and heart, intelligence and goodness, truth and love. That is the truth. And that's what this day, this month, every instant can be for us at all times if we choose. Simple. Not easy until it is, right? I used to say it's not easy, but it's like it's hard until it's not. And so love and form may look like a father, a child, a friend, a stranger, someone easy to love, or someone whose story we do not yet understand. Getting curious. Love in action may look like listening, telling the truth, forgiving, repairing, holding a boundary, praying, refusing contempt, or choosing curiosity. How fascinating. Sometimes when I hear things, it's like, that is an interesting way to look at it. And sometimes love in action is not dramatic. That little smile, I love that. When I'm in the store and I just look at somebody and I have that smile and their eyes light up, or not just the little child, but anybody sending someone. And sometimes it's like they don't even register. It doesn't matter because I get to send that love message, that love note, regardless, if I choose. Sometimes for me, it's taking a breath before I speak. Not sending that text. Sometimes it's staying for coffee when I want to leave. Making the phone call when I feel like I'm a little too busy or too tired to check in with somebody. Sometimes it's making room for somebody else's humanity, even when I am frustrated, angry, which I experience at times, as I confess. Ernest Holmes says, every heart responds to the warmth of love. Every mind yearns for its embrace, and no life is complete without it. Love really is the fulfillment of the law of good. Love alone can heal the world and cause people to live together in unity and peace, a world that works for all. I said last time I was here in March that a world that works for all will not unfold if we can't catch the vision of it and hold it in our hearts and act from a place of knowing that it is not just a possibility, but it's an inevitability as we choose. And that's what I love about community, because individually it can be very difficult at times. Again, I'll just say for myself, if I'm not in community, if I'm not connecting, it's easy to start to feel small in a box and then armoring my heart. And what's wonderful about community is we get to remind each other of who we really are. There's love in action, love in form, God, Mother, Father, God, Spirit in form. And that's what's beautiful about this community and what's next as it unfolds. So how do we practice? How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice. I used to play the flute. I was not very good at it, but I practiced a lot, and I got okay at it. I still have some trauma around flutes. Not homework, but home practices. What if we were to little home practices that we take on this week and beyond? We can practice them at any point. So once a day, what if you were to put your hand on your heart and say, love has everything to do with it? Let's try that.
Love has everything to do with it.
And I would say everything to be it. Yes. Love has everything to be with it. Praying affirmatively. Sharon and others are just actively loving to pray as practitioners because we don't pray to convince God to come down and love us and give us love or for us to have to force love, but we get to pray to remember that love is already the foundation of who we are. And so I invite you, if you haven't lately, to jump into prayer with a practitioner or somebody else in your life, or hold this community, hold others in prayer. It's not really, we talk about science of mind, and yes, there's a format for it, but ultimately just really knowing the truth, seeing the face of God is a prayer if we choose. Okay, don't have to get so fancy with it. Sitting in stillness, meditation. Even 5 minutes can help us notice what has been driving our fears, our old stories, reactivity, judgment, or separation. You know, those old records, the tapes, the CDs that are running, right? The old AI now in our minds, right? Artificial intelligence. So practice loving disagreement. This one, if you're with me, I'll take this one on with you. This week, when you disagree with someone, silently affirm the divine lives here too. Silently affirm the divine lives here too. You do not have to agree. You can collapse your boundaries. Well, you don't want to collapse your boundaries, but hold fast to your boundaries, but you don't need to also abandon your values. I mean, imagine that if we can really sit with disagreement and lovingly affirm this too is God, the divine love expressing. Remembering who you are. We talked about being in community. You know, am I acting out of fear? Is this an old story? Or am I expressing the one life? Remembering who I am, and again, in community and with others, sharing that. And then here in this community, we've got a class coming up. You can call a spiritual friend, stay for coffee, hospitality if you haven't done that, connect in that way. I wrote down laugh, love, sing, play with a dog, play with a cat, play with kids, play with your grandchildren. Because love and joy is kind of that feeling tone of love expressing, right? Love and joy, playing, and having some fun. How many of you had some really good fun this week? Okay. Awesome. Awesome. And if you notice that fun, that joy, that's where that your heart feels open and connected. So joy counts, fun counts, laughter counts, love and joy is expressing as in and through each one of you. It's not only serious. So what's love got to do with it? Everything. Love has everything to do with Father's Day, the solstice, the Stockson Day. Love has everything to do with our relationships, whatever they may be, whatever kind of place that they may be. Love has everything to do with how we speak to ourselves and speak to others. Love has everything to do with how we see one another. Love is a spiritual truth. Love is courage. Love is compassion. Love is accountability. Love is the refusal to forget our shared beingness, our shared humanity, the oneness. Love is you, me, all of us, the face of God. And then you can look across the room, across the table, across the differences, across the old stories, across the place where maybe you too, are tempted to judge or withdraw, and silently remember you are the face of God. And so am I. And I want to end with this quote. Some of you may know Reverend Dr. Soni Control Smith. Okay, I went to school with her. I went to ministerial school at Agape, and so I knew her very well. And she has this to say about love as our ending quote, and then we'll end in prayer. Love becomes sacred, not simply through intention, but through embodiment. We realize love not in abstraction, but in how we speak, how we listen, how we engage in meditation with ourselves, and in dialogue with others. Love asks something of us. It calls us to be present, accountable, and aligned with Spirit. And I'd say aligned in, as, and through Spirit. Okay? So let's just take a moment, breathing in and breathing out. As we anchor in love, as love. Letting go of anything that's come before, anything that may be arising on this particular day, what's awaiting us as we leave, what came with us as we walked in, and allowing this moment, this infinite present moment, to be the gift, the reminder of who we truly are. That there is one presence, one power, one energy, one source, one God, one spirit, many names, many faces, many experiences, many qualities, love, 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 joy, peace, harmony, health and vibrancy, prosperity beyond measure, divine right relationships, divine right outcomes, and so much more. And in this moment, I know this is the truth of my beingness. It is who I am. It is what I am. This is the truth of all in this room, and those beyond it is the truth of all. No separation, no place, no spot where God is not expressing magnificently and infinitely, closer than our very breast, beating our hearts, thinking our thoughts. We cannot escape. Just the great news. It is the great news. And so right here and now, I know on behalf of each individual here that we are love in action. We are love in form with a capital L, L for lover. That as we make our way through this week, through this day, through this month, through this year, through our lives, through the seemingly challenging experiences, that love is always present and available as we choose to relax, release, and allow it to be our experience. I know, and just hold the high watch for this community. We can hold it in prayer as well, knowing that it is a fabulous place to connect and remember who we are individually and collectively. As we are the beacon, the light, the infinite light, the illumination of a world that works for all, here, now, and always. I just know perfect outcomes in all aspects of our lives. I give great thanks for this time together. I bless this community. I let go. I just trust with the faith and the love of God, of Spirit, that all is more than well. It is magnificent. It is awesome. I let go. I let it all be and know it's so. And so it is.
So it is.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything. So I give thanks. For all my blessings. God gives me everything. God is my source. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
So thank you all for being here. I don't know if I said, my name is Sharon Whaley. I'm one of the practitioners here. And as we finalize paperwork, the spiritual director. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I wanted to thank, we had our board meeting this last week, and I wanted to thank Gwen and Gail. They came in and just gave us some ideas, offered us some of their personal experience with our South Craycroft and moving forward. We do have, I believe plans are with the city, so we're in that waiting period, but I just want to affirm that we are moving forward. I just keep seeing all this waiting energy in our center of like when we get to South Craycroft, when we get here. So just affirming that right here and now, we are a thriving center and that we only have room to grow. And so we need you. We need you. We need your gifts and tithes. Yes, we need money. We also need your presence here. You know, I love seeing full seats. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome all of you. It's just good to see all of you. And so I just want to affirm that there is places, if you have an interest in doing something, I have all kinds of ideas percolating. I think I'm going to, during the meditation today, I'm just going to share this briefly. I'm thinking of doing Tuesday Zooms, and we're going to recall the visioning one week, and then we'll do gratitude one week, and we'll do something else. And just every Tuesday on Zoom, we'll be doing something. I'm still formulating that, but ideas are percolating in my head. So if they're percolating in your head as well, please share. And I want to follow up with you and about the the meal thing that you guys wanted to create. So if you want to create something, there is so much room. There is so much space. We are this infinite expression of God. So I want to thank Reverend Sue again for your beautiful, wonderful talk. And we were talking, she mentioned her ex. My ex called me out of the blue yesterday as the voice of sanity in his current life. So I found that rather interesting. And I too went down that little rabbit hole of, what if we got back together? He said I was the one that, I was the woman he was going to spend the, and all of those thoughts. So, you're not alone. But back to the thank you, gifts and tithes. I'm also going to be, August is we're going to step aside from the CSL themes, and we're going to do Edwin Gaines for Laws of Spiritual. So if you want to talk in August, you can have a week. But we're going to be talking about that. And so I do want to let you know we do have a basket in the back for your cash and checks. We will happily bless and receive those. If you want to send us a check by mail, if you're not here local, you can send that to 911 South Craycroft, Tucson, Arizona 85711. And we do have a text to tithe at 616-800-8252. There's Zelle, which is at csl911@gmail. And if you have some other way you want to give and contribute to our center, ask us and we'll see what makes it work. But I want to say that, everything, however you give your gifts of time and talent and treasure are appreciated. So with that, let's go ahead and affirm our good with our affirmation here in the divine love. As me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am prosperous now.
And so it is.
So it is.
Please stand up. Get the blood flowing. Let's sing this last song, I Release and I Let Go. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more release and I let go. I let the Spirit from my life. Yeah, James. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. Keep it going. Say, no more struggle, no more strife. And with my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. And I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm